Hey guys, and welcome to another video. I keep hearing about all these major tire companies that keep failing. There's BBS Germany that's filing for bankruptcy again. And then there's Hoonigan, that's an American company, probably most well known for Ken Block and doing all of his mad stunts. I feel like most people didn't know that they actually sold aftermarket parts, wheels, and sometimes tires, where BBS would mostly just sell rims. There are many different reasons why they're filing for bankruptcy. Most people say that it's the stock market, it's going to crash, or it's already crashing, but really it's life. People don't have the money to buy aftermarket parts like they used to. I mean, half the time most people can't even afford the cars that they have. The tire or rim market is always a crazy place to be. I will always say that new rubber and new wheels on a car will always change the way it looks, but you can't always buy good taste. So in saying that, you must be thinking that the auto parts industry must be failing too, but you couldn't be more wrong. With the cost of living being so crazy, and the cost of new and used cars being so high, what we're seeing is people are actually trying to keep their cars alive. A lot more people are being their own mechanic. Gone are the days where you can just go, oh, I'll just buy the new one. Auto parts sales have actually gone through the roof. What sucks because a lot of manufacturers aren't making their parts anymore for their older cars. But luckily for us, there's always people that own those cars and will be willing to manufacture the parts for us, otherwise known as the aftermarket scene. They're the heroes that don't wear capes. It stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer. Basically, this is equipment approved by the manufacturer. So basically, if you buy a part from Toyota, then it's a genuine Toyota part. It's OEM. Then you have the aftermarket. The aftermarket is basically people that have engineered parts for cars that either don't exist anymore or can be turbos, wheels, suspension, brakes, and tires. There are hundreds of thousands of parts that go into cars, but cars also need to be kept running. And the people that do that are engineers and mechanics. I remember when I was a kid, my dad would call them nuts and bolts movers, but those days have changed. I feel like you need a PhD in automotive engineering just to be able to fix some of the newer cars that are out, or the very least an electrical engineering degree. Things are changing and they aren't always as easy as they used to be. A lot of jobs that used to be low skilled, or known as, well, the easy jobs, are now actually becoming a lot harder to find people to do the roles. Not only because most people don't want to have to do the hard work, it's also because people want to actually have a life outside of work. And yes, I would put myself down as one of those people that would much rather be at car shows and taking photos of cars and doing things with cars than, well, being at my current role. I feel like a lot of people will say that the car industry is dying and that it's going to die out. But the thing is, people still buy cars and people still need the parts for the cars. I think this is just going to be a vicious cycle that everything's just going to get more and more expensive. The skill level to entry isn't the same. The world and car scene isn't where it used to be. It's all changing and it always changes very quickly. We're at a time where it's crazy to be alive and it's crazy to think where we're going to be in the next 10 to 15 years. But all I know is there's always going to be a bunch of crazy guys and girls that modify and do crazy stupid things to their car. But I do think we'll lose some businesses along the way, but at the end of the day, a lot of businesses will come back up once the market starts becoming, well, less crazy than it is now. So when I hear people say the car market's dying and all these things are terrible, well, it's just for now, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.